Peace, what's going on, everybody? Real quick, gotta keep it brief. I'm actually waiting for my son to come out of an appointment. Anyway, I wanted to do a video because I said I would, and I'm gonna keep them short, but I really wanted to address this because I kind of procrastinated, and the reality is that if I keep procrastinating, it's just gonna keep on happening, which is one of my personal issues that I am working through. Anyway, what I want to talk about is the mass shootings and the gun laws and just the buzzwords and things that everybody is talking about, right? Just real brief, I was going to do a video about the Buffalo shooting. Then I it was just a bunch of stuff going on. I waited, and then the Uvalde shooting happened, and I was like, well, damn, I'm gonna talk about that. And then just recently, the situation in Illinois on the 4th of July. So the consistency of these shootings are, becoming more and more. So I think I might as well just do it now. What's crazy to me is that we, in this country, in America, we have had over 300, I believe the number is 306, but we've had 300 or more mass shootings this year alone. We haven't had 300 days this year where there have been 300 mass shootings. Now, just to be clear, a mass shooting is classified as 3 or more people being killed, right? Or being shot, rather, in a public setting. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe that it's like 3 or 4, somewhere in there, right? We've had that happen over 300 times in America this year alone. Babies have been killed in school. Old people have been killed. People who were shot at a funeral home. Like, it's crazy, right? And we have the media and these politicians talking about, these gun laws and gun restrictions. And some of it is pie in the sky. And most of the pie in the sky stuff, just for the record, is coming from just, the regular Joe. Most of them are not gun owners. And the defense, especially by the Republicans right now, is, now I won't even say lackluster, it's terrible. And the reality is both sides are missing. And I intend on at least making an attempt at bridging that gap as far as understanding goes, right? First things first, full disclosure, I am a gun owner, right? So if that makes you not want to listen to what I have to say, whether you agree or disagree, that's on you, but I want to put that out there, right? One of the things that is being discussed is the age increase to purchase certain firearms. I don't see why that is up for discussion. I don't see why it is 18 to purchase a AR and 21 to purchase a handgun. It makes no sense to me, right? The argument, the hunting argument, we can have that in the comment section if you like. If you happen to hunt with an AR-15, we should talk about that. We can talk about that if you like, right? But the reality is, if you have an AR-15, it is not for hunting. It is. I have an AR-15. It is for defense. It is not even my home defense weapon, right? That is my WTF firearm. Right? I got it, I tweaked it, I became proficient with it, and it is safely tucked away, yet accessible, right? Which is, we're going to come back to that. And the reason that I have an AR is neither here nor there, right? The truth is that I can, so I do. Right? I also have handguns, which are the guns that I would go to for self-defense or home defense, right? But an AR, again, that's not a hunting gun, but I'm all for you having your AR if that's what you want to have. It is your right, right? But 21 does not seem to be a problem. just briefly, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I also feel that should be the age, the minimum age to sign up for the military, right? Everybody likes to argue that the frontal cortex, I believe it is, some part of the brain doesn't develop and fully develop until you're in your 20s. This is universal for humans, right? But we put guns in these kids' hands and send them to foreign countries and tell them those are the bad guys, kill them. And we've been doing that for years, right? This is not like video game culture. This is not like some new age, newfangled idea. This is what our government has been doing forever, and it has to stop, in my opinion, right? I do not feel that 18-year-olds especially, or 21-year-olds for that matter, should go into the military. But that is neither here nor there. We're talking about guns. And just to reiterate, I am all for guns, for the age being raised for guns. I do not believe that is a pie in the sky idea. Another thing that I am in full support of that not a lot of people are talking about is accountability, right? Now, I said earlier that I have an AR-15 that is my WTF firearm, and it is tucked away safely and securely, but accessible, right? And that is all the difference. I have two children, two young men who live with me at home still, and their mom. And the reality is my sons are 19 and 17 years old. If one of them were to be able to access any of my firearms and go out and commit a mass shooting, I am responsible. I shouldn't, if there's a state that has like the death sentence for something like that, or, you know, whatever, no, that should not be on the table as far as penalty goes. But some sort of jail time for negligence absolutely positively falls on me. And I'm not just talking about the civil suits, I'm talking about legally. There needs to be some sort of accountability for anyone whose firearm is used in commission of one of these atrocities. Point blank, period, full stop. If you disagree, I'd love to have a debate with you in the comments, so let me know. But I don't see a problem with that. I do not believe that to be a pie in the sky idea either, right? Then I hear a lot of people, and this is not like politicians, this is more regular everyday Joes, and I might add regular everyday Joes that do not possess firearms, right? I hear a lot of them say, well, they need to just ban all ARs and outlaw and confiscate all of them. That, my friends, is a pie in the sky idea, meaning that is impossible. There is no mechanism in place or a mechanism that could be put in place that could possibly take the AR-15 or any gun like that out of the American home. There's no way that could happen. And I'm not even talking about the folks that have these arms that will shoot at whomever comes to try to take it out of their house forcibly, right? But just logistically speaking, there is no way to account for every AR-15. Therefore, there's no way to recall every AR-15, right? So if they were to say ban them, let's say that they ban sales of AR-15s, right? Because I've heard that too. Would make zero difference. In fact, all that would do would be to create a black market, right? Because if you ban them, you already know you can't get mine out of my house, right? Unless I voluntarily give it up. Maybe there could be some kind of government incentive. We'll give you maybe $10,000 for every AR that you turn in or something like that. Then maybe people would consider it. Other than that, I do not see any way that people would voluntarily give up their AR-15s. You cannot put people in jail because they don't want to give up their AR-15. Fuck the Second Amendment. Not fuck the Second Amendment, but regardless of the Second Amendment, there's no space for all of the people who would fill up these jail cells. Can't happen, right? This is why I'm saying there's no mechanism that is in place or that could be put in place to get rid of the AR-15, right? And that is where I become at a loss, right? Because I don't honestly see a way, at least not for the government, to really end these mass shootings. Okay, so the video ended up going a lot longer than I anticipated, so please pardon that terrible edit. I will do better, and I will also do better on not being as long-winded when it comes to making these videos. What I'm going to do is break this up into 2 pieces, and I'll put out the next piece in the next couple days or whatever. But if you want to see the video in its entirety, unedited, I'll post the link for my Patreon, and it'll be there, so anybody on the $5 and up tier will be able to see that. And you should join the Patreon anyway, because it's going to be a lot more discussion. I'm going to do some written word, and I'm going to have some videos that are just going to be for there. This is not a plug for that. This is an apology for breaking the video up, but I just wanted to put that out there. So that said, I'll see y'all soon. Peace.